Hola guys, welcome to the studio day. McD, part dungeon, part garage, part place where I make everything. Today, for our lesson, we're going to make a little foil necklace. All you need is some cardboard pieces. You can use cereal box, whatever you got. Aluminum foil, marker, toothpick, and glue. So I'm going to show you two different ways you can make it. They don't have to be this complicated for those of you that are thinking maybe this is going to be too hard. This one's kind of like a little Southwest Native American Thunderbird inspired one. I'm also going to make two just out of some squares. So just a second and you're going to get to see how we're going to make these. Okay guys, so for the first step what you need to do is to find an old piece of cardboard, cereal box, Amazon box, anything you got laying around, and you need to draw and cut out a shape. For the first shape I used a square. It could be something simple: square, circle, triangle, diamond. You can do a more complicated shape like the Thunderbird here. If you do something more complicated, it's a lot harder to draw, it's a lot harder to cut out, and it's a lot harder to fold the foil. That's really up to you. Some of the older kids, this should be something maybe you should try. For everybody else, we're just going to start off with a simple shape. I'm going to take a piece of foil that is slightly larger than my shape. This is probably too big. I'm going to take some glue. For me, my glue was old and dried up, and it's only wood glue, but it will work for this. I'm going to take a little bit of glue, and I'm going to place it in the center. Now, it's really important that you don't get too much glue. We don't want a big glob. So I'm going to use my brush, and I'm going to spread it around so my glue is a lot thinner. Okay? Once I have that covered, it'll be a nice thin layer of glue like this. That'll work a lot better. I'm going to take my foil. I'm going to place it flat down on the cardboard. And then, I know you can't really see, what I'm going to do is use my fingers to help smooth it out. I'll hold it up here in just a second. Can you see the shape of the square? Alright, so now what I'm going to do is use a little scissor, cut away some of my extra paper, or aluminum foil, not paper. Alright, boom, there you go. Now I've got this perfect. The flatter you can make this, the better it is in the end. So this is still too big. I didn't cut it right on the edge because I actually want to fold it back. So I'm going to use a little bit of glue. I'm just going to paint it around the edges of the back. So when I fold it down, it'll stick to it. So I'm just going to fold it back, smooth it down, fold it back, smooth it down, and repeat this step. That last piece tore a little bit. It's okay if it tears. Alright, so now I have my shiny piece of cardboard. I'll show you next step in just a second. Alright, so for the next part of the project, what we're going to do is use our toothpick on our aluminum foil cardboard piece. We're going to use this to lightly draw some simple line designs on there. Anything you really want it to say. Could be your name, could be a drawing of something simple. Whatever you're going to do not press hard. If you press too hard, you're going to tear the foil. So you have to draw real light. I'm just going to use some different types of lines, kind of like the same stuff we talked about last week with the origami. So just give me a sec and I'll show you what we did. Alright, so for the next step, I'm going to show you the design I created. Okay, little eye inside the triangle, kind of like the dollar bill, just some other weird lines around it. Just kind of wanted to make some type of symbol. What we need to do is use this. We need to use some black paint. We need to use a paintbrush, and we need a paper towel because we're going to wipe away what we paint. I'm going to show you guys from different angles so you can look down and see what I'm doing. Hold tight. Alright, here we go. Here's my design. I have my black paint and paintbrush. I've got some paper towel I want to use. I'm going to put this first part on top here so I don't get it all over my table. And I'm going to get an extra piece of paper towel for the last part of this project. Alright, so basically all you have to do is paint the top of it, the whole thing. I'm just going to try to cover it all in black. I'm going to move my hands so I don't get more paint on it. I always have lots of paint on my hands, so that's alright. I'm an artist. Okay, so that's really all you need to do is get it covered in black paint. You can wait just a moment for the next step if you want. It kind of lets the paint dry up just a little bit. You don't have to wait long. I'm using acrylic paint here, so it dries pretty quick. If you don't have paint, I'm going to show you at the end of this what you can do. Next step, you're going to get a paper towel. Okay, I'm going to kind of ruffle my paper towel up a little bit, and I'm going to use this to wipe off my paint. I don't want to wipe too hard. I'm going to wipe real light at first. Well, the whole time I'm going to wipe light. And what happens is I'm basically just wiping the paint away, but not all of it gets wiped away. The paint that was in the cracks, I'm going to try to get a cleaner area of my paper towel. The paint that is in the cracks stays, and some of the paint will stay onto the top of your aluminum foil, which gives it kind of this antique look, which is cool because then it looks a little more metal. Alright, so I'm going to show you what I've got here now. So you can see that the paint stayed in the lines and that a little bit of the paint is now still on top of the silver, so it looks a little older. Basically, that's what we want to do, just create an antiquing technique. Next step, we're going to punch a hole and hang it for our necklace. Okay guys, here we go. Here is our finished necklace. I punched a hole with a hole puncher, and I tied a string, some paracord on so I can wear it as a necklace. You're going to need to get your parents to help you or an adult to help you with this step, to help you make the hole and to tie the string for your necklace so that it fits you guys just right. If you didn't have the paint, the step you could do is just use a black marker or a pencil and draw on top of the foil to create your design. The same thing, you need to make sure that you're drawing really light so you don't tear the foil. Alright, that's it. Have some fun, be creative, be careful, and show me what you guys did at the end. Send me an email at james.mcdonough@nhcs.net. Alright, see you guys.